Well, the weather is not looking good today. We're expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint. This will make for some very tricky conditions for all the teams. The ever-tightening turns of 1 and 2 will prove tricky in the slippery conditions here in Shanghai, and anyone that slides wide will lose a lot of time getting back on track. Turn 14 should still be the best place for overtaking, but we'll have to see some improvement in the weather before the drivers can take advantage of that DRS assistance. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, and a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Leclerc, Verstappen, Norris, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Russell, Hamilton, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Hülkenberg, Gasly, Magnussen, the owner driver, Ocon, Joe, Bottas, Albon, Sargent, and Kamui Kobayashi.
Hello everybody, Joe here, and welcome back to Equal Car Championship. This is the sprint race for the Shanghai round 10. Yeah, let's get straight into it. So, normally I live stream both races, but I've decided for this one I'm going to retrial the format of recording the sprint separately and just having the feature as its own live stream. So we're underway, but not particularly well, but the challenge here is just to try and keep my front wing intact while sneaking a couple of places. So I've been taking a break from this series for a while just because the last couple of races really didn't work out and they've just been very, very difficult races. And I'm hoping that... Whoa! I nearly lose it there. But I'm hoping that Shanghai can work out a little better. But when everything's going wrong and you just don't have any pace whatsoever, you know, it stops being enjoyable, you know, and you can't fight your way through. And the last few races were a case of me just fighting at the back, losing places before eventually just fighting no one. So I'm hoping that's different here as we have a look at Gasly and another driver. I didn't see who it was. I think it's Hülkenberg. Always seems to be Hülkenberg, doesn't it? Gasly takes P13. I nearly go wide, but we're now going to try and take Gasly back using some overtake. Gasly's going to cover the inside. I'm going to brake late, and hopefully that should be enough to take P13. And there should be a tyre change because it is forecast to dry up during this sprint. It's a case of how long will it take to dry up, and then when it does dry up, how much will it be enough for a changeover to slick tyres. Well, lap 1 completed, 18 to go. And this is a tough circuit. There's a lot of fast corners. And a lot of big braking spots like that. Well, there's a couple of big braking spots like that as well. But a lot of fast corners and quite a high deck circuit. So it is quite demanding round here as I'm setting myself up for a look on Lance Stroll. Can we dance around the outside? I believe we can. Stroll's trying to turn in on me there, but we have got past the Canadian driver and moved ourselves into 12th. And you know what? These are points that we sorely need. We are so far behind in the championship now. I mean, we're sitting 3rd, but yeah, we're still a bit behind. Abu Dhabi, though, let's not discuss that race. That was a horrible, horrible race where just everything that could go wrong did.
They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
I'm hoping for better here, as I try not to go into the back of Fernando Alonso. Obviously it goes without saying, if I don't enjoy this race for whatever reason, and things keep... We have another race like Abu Dhabi was, then I might just declare it and end it there. Just because it's no fun really to see me pottering around at the back and struggling to keep up with anybody. I could really turn down the difficulty, but again, it's a case of fine-tuning it, and some tracks AI are more competitive than others, so it's a really tough one to gauge. We've got a yellow flag ahead in front. I wonder who's had a moment. I think someone has blown up. I can't see who it is, but there appears to be a McLaren that is backing everything up. That might be Piastri, actually. That is Piastri. That's such a shame. He was on pole, but he might have pole for the feature, so still time for it to work out for Oscar. But that's backed a few of these up. At the moment, I think Carlos Sainz is leading the way, Charles Leclerc second, and I think that's Verstappen third. I'm not sure. I want to know how long it is till it dries out. Weather report.
Rain should be ending shortly, so we should see a dry line starting to form fairly rapidly, so make sure you cool your tyres down the straights.
So it won't be long now until we are running on a dry track. That could help me gain a couple of places actually, because sometimes the AI aren't very quick to decide to change tyres and when, so if we call this right, we might be able to gain a couple of places. Hamilton has left me space up the inside here. I love sneaking up the inside in turn one there. Hamilton has got the inside for the next part, but the line I've taken is working for me, and we're up into P9.
It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre.
And we've got brand new Red Bull driver Yuki Tsunoda in P8. I do wonder how he's going to do in Suzuka. I wish him well, I do. I find Yuki really likeable, I do. Oh, that's very wide there though, but I tell you what, I've found some traction and we're going to dive down the inside and take him. So, I don't know, I guess I'm just finding grip there somehow by going out very wide. And that is just allowing me to find a bit more grip. But the rain has stopped now, so that's interesting. So now it is time to think about when we do make the switch for slicks and which ones we go for. Now I don't think on a high deck circuit like this softs are the answer.
No threat of rain for the time being, conditions look good. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
So for another lap we're staying on Inters, it's another fastest lap. And I'm going to do what I've been doing all race and just have a little sneaky go down the inside. And Russell, well, he seemed a little bit asleep there. And we've danced around the outside again, so we're gaining more places up into P6 now. And this sprint race is definitely working for me at the moment. As we said, another purple first sector. But I'm not overly convinced we will be on intermediates for much longer. Look how much more speed I've got there. I don't know if it's just more confidence that I'm carrying or if the car is just better. But this is where they're better, just out towards the end of the second sector. Russell may be thinking about it there, but not able to get anything done. As we head down the straight, I am going to give the weather report button another little tap and just see what he says for the best.
No rain expected for the time being. Okay, not sure whether dries or inters are faster. We're right on the crossover.
Right, so we're on the crossover then as Russell's having a look. That to me suggests Russell down the inside quite late there. I didn't see any obligation to give him space. And I'm diving into the pits as whoa! Verstappen's had a moment in the pit lane. Verstappen doing a Lewis Hamilton in pit entry. Right, 14 laps left. I'm going with softs. I feel like that is the right move to make. Everybody in the pits. Some are going medium, some are going hard. I'm going soft. I'm gambling it here. I've got nothing to lose. Sainz comes out in P1 effectively, and I've gained quite nicely there because we're in what will effectively be P2, and Perez behind me is on hard tyres. He's going to struggle on those, but I'm on softs, and we're going to try and get these up to temperature. Meanwhile, Hamilton has stayed out. Not sure what other cars have stayed out too. And I'm just trying to find where the grip is at the moment. It's not easy to find. But we are going quicker than Sainz at this moment, so... what can we do about Carlos? Meanwhile, Hamilton, we are... well... it's actually interesting because those that have stayed out an extra lap aren't actually lapping that slowly. So I wonder, was it the wrong call? Have we made the wrong call here? Oh, this is getting interesting now. How much tyres have we used? Oh, this is good. Oh, okay. That changes everything. We got a red flag. Why? Why do we have a red flag? That changes things.
Okay. Free stop. So let's think very carefully about our strategy.
Everyone's going for mediums. What do I do? Revert strategy. I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. I don't know what else we can do. But that has really worked out. Tsunoda stayed on intermediate. What is he doing? Why did Tsunoda stay on inters? I don't know. But what? That's mad. That is mad. Russell's out. Leclerc is leading. He is also on intermediates. Where's Russell's car? Oh, it's by turn one. But Leclerc also on intermediates. Hamilton stayed on intermediates. Charles Leclerc leads, but has restarted on a dry track on intermediates. If that is not a metaphor for Ferrari all over, and Sainz wobbles and I've gone into him. I've taken a bit of mild front wing damage. Right now, that's not my biggest concern as I try and send it up the inside of Charles Leclerc. And we've taken the lead of this sprint race. Oh, the drama here at Shanghai. But why, oh why, did Ferrari resume Leclerc on inters? I mean, that's classic Ferrari, that, isn't it? And look at that building behind me. But we're leading the sprint. We haven't actually won a sprint yet this season, as Perez is getting very forceful with Sainz, Leclerc and Magnussen. But now we resume the lead of the sprint as the rest of the drivers that haven't pitted now pit in.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.
And how the tables have turned from what we had in Abu Dhabi, but I've got front wing damage. Can we nurse this to the end? We all love a bit of drama, don't we? And that has certainly spiced things up and given us a bit of drama. Sainz has got back ahead of Perez, so I didn't see where that happened. Magnussen is now in 4th. Verstappen is in 5th. So really, that's worked out for him. I don't understand why those that were on wets stayed on the wet tyre, because they could have taken a free pit stop and actually gained themselves positions in this sprint. So they've really screwed themselves over here. We've got another yellow flag, so I don't know what's going on there.
Green flag.
I think someone is grinding to a halt. It's Pierre Gasly. And Carlos Sainz has closed 3 tenths on me this lap. So Sainz, we're not getting away, are we? And the state of our front wing will not be helping with that, as we have 9 laps to go here. It's the fastest lap, but Sainz is about to smash that. 2 tenths quicker is the Ferrari. And I think that is just down to the fact that we do have a bit of a broken wing after colliding with the smooth operator. I'm hoping that we can hold on to this. It's kind of a shame that there was the red flag, though, because I'd be very interested to see where they would have came out in the grand scheme of things, because it was pretty close on pace when they were still on inters. You know, it's not like they were above and beyond quicker, so I feel like it would have been quite close. Sainz has got himself into DRS zone now, so that's going to be an additional problem for us moving forwards in this race. At the moment, hopefully overtake is just doing its job and keeping us ahead, but as soon as Sainz gets half a chance, he will go for it. "11 laps completed." We said a fast lap, and Sainz not that much quicker, only a tenth up there, so
Fastest man on track right now. He's just posted the quickest lap of the race.
even though we've got a bit of damage to our nose, Carlos not that much quicker. But he now has that all-important DRS, so that in itself can change things. I just wonder, is Verstappen going to try and take a go at Magnussen for P4? Carlos holding back at about 9 tenths here. I'm really hoping I can use Sector 2 to get over a second ahead, but it just hasn't happened. Sainz getting very close. However, I do think we are lapping just a little bit quicker than Perez, so that might help. But Sainz now really in the thick of the DRS, and he's 7 tenths. 7 tenths. I don't really want to be wasting overtake defending yet, so I'm just going to save it for now. Sainz half a second back. I'm going to save it for when he's closer. And actually, Magnussen's having a go at Perez. What is happening here? Magnussen is going for P3. I mean, that suits me. Sainz, wow, he was rapid that lap. The DRS really carrying him. And now we've got a battle on. Lando Norris sets a 35-0. Norris is rapid, and now Perez is holding third. And Verstappen and Magnussen are the two that are going at it now. But the main battle now is between myself and Sainz, because he is really caught up. And we've still got 7 laps to try and hold off the Spaniard, the smooth operator. And this will not be easy. I'm charging up the battery in sector 2 because I know we're going to need it. We're going to need it. If Sainz has a go here, he's not going to help himself. But here we go. This is going to be it now. Sainz has set himself up nicely, but we've got some good traction out of the corner, and now we're using the battery to try and defend. So I've tactically saved it for this moment, and it allows me just enough to keep a stretch ahead of Sainz. So no overtake happening there. As we end another lap. Okay, safe for now, but we've still got 6 of those to go, and I've set a purple final sector. So that Sainz is close. He's tantalising, but he's not quite able to do anything yet. As Perez and Verstappen were getting very close. Verstappen's clear of Magnussen now, and is now challenging his teammate. Maybe he senses he can have a go here. That'd get interesting, wouldn't it? 3-horse race for P1. Problem is, when you've got wing damage, you're working the tyres harder to find the traction, and it just makes things that much more difficult. Also, I haven't really charged the battery this lap, and that might allow Sainz half a chance. In fact, he's closer this time, but I don't think he's quite close enough. And I think we're doing everything we need to out of there to, at the moment, keep the place. Right, this is interesting now, because he is arguably closer, and we have less overtake to play with. So here we go. This is Carlos Sainz. He's going for it, blocking him off, forcing him to the outside. I'm going to go down the inside. Sainz not having any of that. We're going to go side by side. Whoa!
Some slight damage, but nothing too serious.
And Sainz is through at the moment, but we've got ourselves some DRS. And I'm just going to slip this one straight up the inside of Carlos. Here we go. Carlos holding it out around the outside nicely. We did make a bit of contact, and we're back ahead of Carlos Sainz, retaking the lead. And this battle just went from close to fierce. I want this win. I really want this win. We got 4 laps just to fight it off now. And I think every time we get through here, I'm just gonna recharge the battery. Carlos is gonna have a look, but he's not gonna be able to do anything. Sainz 3/10 behind. He's going to be close again, but this time we have the whole battery to, well, half the battery to defend with. So I'm going to defend with what I've got, and that does help for now. But the problem is we have a second straight, and Sainz is much closer now. But our late braking at the hairpin does seem to help us as we head out of the final corner. 4 laps left. This is close. This is close. And this is where we now try and save that battery. I have other damage to the car now, which is potentially gonna slow me down a bit more.
You have critical damage to the floor. Be careful.
Yeah, we have floor damage. Here comes Carlos Sainz. He thought about it there, didn't he? He definitely thought about it, but No way through there, and Verstappen is now under a second behind, but this is where I can save the battery, because there isn't really room to overtake here unless I get my line critically wrong, which we do not do. Although Sainz may feel like having a go here, but he's not doing that. We got 5 cars pretty much within a second of each other now as we head to the closing stages of this Grand Prix. Pick a winner, it could be any of the top 5. Sainz is looking good here. Oh, he is looking good. But the battery power we have, once again, saving us on the straight. So I'm conserving it very well and making life very difficult for the Ferrari. And with just 3 laps to go, we're going along nicely here. May need to use some more battery. Carlos coming at me. He's going to have a go. Just park it in the middle though. Make life very difficult. And there's no way for Carlos to get through. Magnussen's probably low-key hoping, look, I hope this goes wrong between everybody. What a result that would be if Magnussen ended up the winner. For now, we're doing everything we need to. I've yet to win a sprint race in this current equal car championship, so to take a sprint would be awesome.
The underbody's incurred critical damage at this point.
Yes, I know the underbody damage is critical, and everybody just getting closer and closer. Oh, that's not where I want to be. That's really not where I want to be. Sainz 2/10. But again, my battery power and me conserving it where I have is just helping me here. As we now have 2 laps to go. Oh, Sainz looked quite rapid out of the corner there. But I don't think he's going to be close enough to have a go. No, he is not. As long as I can just do what I've been doing for the last few laps, this is a race win. But no mistakes can be made. I have to be inch perfect here. Anything less, and not only do we lose the race, we stand to lose quite a few positions. Magnussen's dropped back a little bit there. I wonder what's happened with him. As we head round sector 2. I reckon Sainz a big chance if he sends it here. If he sends it here, I might have to... Things might get a bit difficult, but at the moment, no send. Oh, that's not a good exit. That is really not a good exit. This might make things interesting. Again, on with the power as early as I can. But that battery power is just saving me at the moment. No, it's not. Here comes Sainz down the inside. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I force him in tight, and that's made me go in deep. But at the moment, we hold on. So, Sainz not able to do it this time, but he's going to have another straight to do it. And Verstappen has just got past him.
Okay,
as we begin the final lap. And Max Verstappen moves up to second. So Sainz had a go, and it's just not worked for him at all. And now we've got Max Verstappen behind us. So really, the overall point swing has gone. How is Zhou in 5th? What is happening here as Verstappen has another go down the outside? That's not going to work, and I'm just going to run him wide for good measure. How is Zhou in 5th? That's insane. He's had a really good sprint, hasn't he? Right. Anyway, this is the final lap. Can't believe it's been the final lap. It's been so entertaining all the way through, but now we have a last lap. Oh, is Max going to have a go? He is going to have a go. He's down the inside of Verstappen into the lead. But that was a clever ploy. I have DRS now, and Verstappen is going to be vulnerable on the straight. So a little tactic there, that might just cost Verstappen the sprint. It is costing him the sprint. He's got no answer for the pace on this straight as we come into the hairpin for the final time. And it's going to be a sprint win. Oh, I am happy with that. Let's go.
Yes, 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 guys, yes! Come on, boys!
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time.
What a race. Very happy with that sprint. Taking the win. Verstappen gets second, Sainz third, Perez fourth, Zhou, bloody hell, fifth place. Hugely impressive for him. Magnussen sixth, Kobayashi finally delivering some more points. And Lando Norris, well, his championship hopes have taken another knock. He's in P8, but that's put me a little bit closer to Max, 1 point. But it doesn't really fill me with great confidence for the race in terms of our main pace. But it's going to be interesting to see how it all works out, that's for sure. I don't know when I'll be streaming it. I'm hopefully going to stream it on Wednesday. But thank you for watching this installment of Equal Car Championship. And we'll see you for the feature race. Take care.